I remember those early mornings, the soft dawn light that kind of yawned around me as I grabbed my cameras for a walk along Stone Creek near my home in Bozeman, Montana. And as usual, before any shoot, for me, there's always a nervous excitement, but especially at sunrise when the light just stabs quickly across the landscape. Good shots are momentary, fleeting, so I want to be ready for quick shooting. It's May, and I was looking and listening for a drumming that is mating male ruffed grouse. They're most active first thing in the morning for an hour or so. I was looking for the grouse, but really I was there to explore and film anything that catches my eye. Less than 15 meters from my truck, a garter snake warmed up on the grass. Between my listening walk and holding at heel my 3 English setters that felt that they could surely find a ruffed grouse, I felt a certain sadness about how the once wild complexity of Stone Creek had become greatly simplified by the footprint of man. 100 years of residence, heavily logged, grazed, typical of much of the public lands around Bozeman. Well, at least here, the riparian areas with aspens and willows, where the grouse tend to be, are in decent shape. It didn't take long to hear one. The male grouse was below me in a dense willow grove, not a great location for filming. With all my gear set up, I had to at least try, you never know, especially with wildlife. Without disturbing the bird, there wasn't much more I could do. Time to move on, browse around, see what else I could find. Shooting here was a deliberate, peaceful exploration. I used to be drawn to a certain kind of light, but now, bright or flat light, it doesn't matter. The unknown becomes an exciting challenge. As a professional, I think about useful images. For example, vertical framing that could be a magazine cover, sequences of images that tell a story, or just documenting ecological issues. In any case, I look for 2 types of shots: landscapes and portraits. The landscapes should, most importantly, have layers that together build a story of that place at that moment. I often try to shoot wildlife in this landscape context. My portraits are a more focused inspection of a subject, flower, bug, person, with a subtle inclusion of surrounding information. Certainly, when I pick a subject, I force myself to move around it 360 degrees before settling on 1 or more shot angles. For each shot, there are many options to consider. Filters, lens choice, flash, tinker with depth of field, shutter speed variations, and sometimes I pull back and consider how another photographer, say Sam Abel or Franz Lanting, might approach the same scene. Photography as my job sometimes brings a certain amount of pressure. Even though the grouse shoot didn't work out, this time in Stone Creek was really fun, letting the camera and curiosity just pull me around. No pressure. Actually, this was just like my wanderings as a kid around the family farm. Afterwards, at home, it just feels like a really good day.